Tony and I are on a mission to stop the importation of drugs, to treat drug addicts, to hire more police officers and train them to combat the increase in violent crimes, to revive this economy and make tourism viable again, to fix the hospital, including the maternity ward. Tony and I will work from the very beginning of our term and not wait until the end. That's the Camacho added difference. I'm Felix Camacho, and I approve this
message.
One
thing about Attorney Fisher is he likes fairness, so I believe everyone will be treated equally.
He likes helping people. I'm looking for a fighter.
I'm looking for a senator who is willing to stand up for the people.
I'm looking for someone who not only supports the older generation, but also the younger generation.
He's a good man and he does what he says.
The Diaz family supports Tom Fisher.
I'm Tom Fisher, and I approve this message.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kandit News is proud to present CNMI Governor Cheetos Torres.
Hey, hey!
She Nola came to Kandit dressed as a flaming hot Cheeto.
We are hot. We are hot today.
I love it.
She is taking her daughter trick-or-treating tonight, dressed as a flaming hot Cheeto.
Oh yeah.
Welcome everyone. We're here to talk about the dangers that exist as Guam has changed and as the Marianas has changed, and you take your kids out to go trick-or-treating tonight. I'm Troy Torres.
And I'm Johnny Rosario.
And I'm Nola Hicks.
On Halloween, going as Governor Ralph Torres.
You're bad.
And when we come back from this commercial break, Governor Cheetos will not be here, as she has to go get her makeup done because her outfit's not done yet. And Johnny and I are going to talk to you about these dangers. Stick with us when we come back from this commercial break. Thanks.
Half a day. I'm Clint Rigel. I've had the opportunity to work with Senator Joseph Augustine as his vice chair to his Committee on Appropriations. And I must say, he's done an excellent job with the budget during the 2 terms that he's had it. In fact, he's done such a great job that we've not only eliminated the deficit, we've created a surplus, something that's only possible by spending less money than we bring in. If you want someone who's fiscally responsible, vote for Senator Joseph Augustine.
Hapade, Tiro. My name is Arnold I. Palacios. I'm running for governor with Mayor David Apateng. This election would be a defining moment for the Commonwealth. We urge you to go out and vote so that we can rebuild the trust in our government. We can rebuild a sustainable economy for the Commonwealth and rebuild a future for our people. We are number 2 on the ballot. Please vote all the AD independent candidates that are running in this election so that we can rebuild the Commonwealth to what it's supposed to be. Thank you. Jesus Masi, Olamoy. Remember, number 2 on the ballot, AD 2022.
Afade Jantiro. Gahu si David Mundo Apateng, Malalaguzo pa Lieutenant Governor, Mahami Mona dan si Lieutenant Governor Palacios under the AD team, number 222. Por favor, engagago todos samjuni tato Marianas ni ajudun mijo. Nahiam neste na oportunidad na tafanazo da mona, na benajuda todos samjuni tato ginig Marianas. Aswam gi November dia 8, number 2 on the ballot, Viva AD, Viva Palacios Apateng, 2022. Donkulo na si Jesus Masi, in Sengwai Jai Hamzo Gininzalo Lung Kurasan Mami.
Viva Janta Sapota Arno Zande.
today. My name's William Parkinson, and I'm standing in the bush. I'm standing in the bush on 4th of July, putting up signs in the rain because I want to be your senator.
I'm standing in the bush before this Christmas. And I'm sitting in the bush because I forgot to cut the yard and my mom won't let me back in the house.
And I am sitting here with my niece's Crocs and my cowboy hat in a fire pit.
I am standing under the rain, under the sun.
Right now I'm out here in the hot sun.
And I'm sitting on a trash can in the mud.
And I am sitting in my mom's truck because she's dropping me off to school.
And I'm standing here in a bush, not in the rain, but in Barcelona.
And I'll stand in this costume for you guys with no shirt in the hot sun.
I will fight to make sure we have modern safety nets to prepare us for the next disaster.
I will fight. I'm here to defend your right and your left.
I would even fight the baddest guy from Zotnia. I will fight everything.
You work just as hard to put money in your pocket to fight against the rising utility costs. So please vote for me, William Parkinson, number 8, because I will stand in the rain in a bush for you.
Thank you. Salamat po.
Thank you, Guam. Viva.
I'm Will Parkinson, and I endorse this message.
We have important decisions to make about our leadership in government and the kind of future we want for our Commonwealth. We can choose the same old leadership, and we will get the same old school politics. We now have a governor who's been raided by the FBI, impeached by the House, and is facing criminal charges. We have a failed, unfinished casino in the heart of Garapan, and an administration that's run deficits for 6 straight years and is still spending money like there's no tomorrow. Or we can choose to change. Vote for leaders you can trust. Leaders who won't lie to you or steal from you. Vote for Layla and me. And we will help and work for everyone. Layla and I are number 1 on the ballot, and we humbly ask for your support.
This message is approved and paid for by the committee to elect Christina Sablon and Layla Staffler.
Half a day. I moved to Guam 23 years ago, living paycheck to paycheck just to make ends meet. Through hard work, I was able to build small businesses, not just to sustain my family, but also to provide job opportunities for our island. But I want more for Guahan. I will use my experience to strengthen our economy by promoting affordable housing, food sustainability, and foster growth for all businesses. Together we can make Guahan stronger from within and set new standards for our island. I'm Bisho Mendiola, and I approve this message.
Terong ani kami resau mar me reilumar ngang ursemiam lino meta olopai. Imusan tangar malilu ngani kami masal ngani kami babu fitie le itti Selena Roberto Babauta bobotolong boye nice Congress nomor nyan balad nge ruo automatically nomor nyan balad nge ruo belan November 8 lan maram musik kematingan ni. Au sigi uri ululu nyan ngang melan House of Representative eseb mesah ehibura ehiwana charmalian ye wikita ngairala mikagat dengan egis meas government ebal senir be eno precinct 2 ebal monar alnger sakna we esabior pe ferno melan fanu kafanwas wan te hi lokametaka ekera boba mala pe ferno melan meas government Awyas hero balan fanu kafanwas bali ye hero atto tabwe ya musenege me babto tabwe busiu atto lenge Selena Roberto Babauta nomor 2 lanyan balad bisi atto lenge webono boye as senator lan election ya sikkem matengene lan November Gilisso ngani kami resa omar merelu mar. Gilisso.
Representative John Paul was instrumental in the success of NMTI. He was always there when we needed real help. Books, tools, equipment, even buses were all possible through his leadership. To reduce drug-related crime and recidivism, he co-sponsored legislation that established CNMI Drug Court. Director Manny Castro started his career at NMC in 2009. This was during the college's most difficult time when it was in danger of losing its accreditation. Always thinking in terms of possibilities and opportunities, Manny brings a high level of intellectual ability and innovation in all that he does, along with an ability to apply his knowledge to real-world situations. It's no coincidence that NMC continued growth in students enrollment coincides with Director Manny's initiative and effort. John Paul and Manny are humble men that have always taken a personal interest in the long-term development of our people. This election, please vote John Paul Palacios Sablan and Manny Gregory Tenorio Castro, Precinct 2 candidate for CNMI House of Representatives.
Welcome back. Don't worry, when the election's over, we won't have as many commercials. But we at Kandit enjoy the fact that we have many commercials because it means that we're being supported. And it means that we are able to pay our bills. So thank you to all of our advertisers. We really appreciate you. Today is Halloween. It is by far the worst day of the year for me. Not for you. You like Halloween?
I'm okay. Well, I'm actually not going trick-or-treating tonight. We're going to Teresa's because it's Jude's birthday.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So wherever you go tonight, whether you go trick-or-treating or you go to a party, it's Guam and the CNMI, it's different. It's not like before where you could really trust everything. There are some crazy people, and I'm not trying to say that to be, to be mean about it. There are just people who have, significant mental health issues.
And nothing better to do.
Who would do something, to harm other people. And we have these issues today in the Marianas, so it's very important that we are more discerning with what we do, especially on Halloween. And we went to a presentation recently, I think last week, at the Guam Chamber of Commerce's monthly meeting, and there was a presentation made by HSI Special Agent Erwin Farron about the dangers of opioids and fentanyl. There's a story out of Hawaii about, and it's not just Hawaii, it's also been in LA, it's been throughout the country, thousands of pounds of fentanyl being laced into candies. And if you don't know what fentanyl is, it is a synthetic opioid, which I believe is 50 times more toxic than heroin. 50 times more toxic than morphine. Just a little bit of it can cause an overdose in adult, and of course a smaller amount can cause overdoses
and the deaths
in children.
In America are way more than COVID.
Oh yeah. And way more than meth. And, opioids are becoming an issue on our island. The people on drugs, they call them pills. When you hear, people talking about illegal pills, what they're talking about are opioids. And more often than not, they are laced with fentanyl, which is a synthetic opioid, which it's like much worse. And so, use your best judgment tonight as you take the kids trick-or-treating. And it's not just trick-or-treating. People are getting candies and bringing candies from anywhere and everywhere. And so here's some advice. Well, let me show you first what the DEA showed to in a presentation in Hawaii. Where's that picture of all the multicolored candies, Jack? The one that we were going to use as the banner. It looks like, I can't remember what these candies are called, like sweet tarts or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they're made to look like, so of course these would be enticing to children, but what may be enticing to adults is those look like actual prescription pills. So these are made for adults to look like pills. For children, They're made to appeal to them because of the colors. And you would ask, why would drug dealers want to trick people into taking these drugs? It's because these are highly addictive substances, way more addictive than methamphetamine. And if you survive a dose of this, you're going to be hooked. And you're going to want your next fix. And so it's good for the drug business, very, very bad for the public health. There was a presentation made on Guam about the dangers of opioids. But first, I want to play this piece from, I think it's Hawaii News Now, that came in last week. Go ahead, Zach, and play that piece so people understand what the dangers are this Halloween.
Candy from trusted family and friends. The warning comes as first responders report seeing a spike in fentanyl overdoses. And they're also concerned about kids consuming THC edibles. Investigative reporter Allison Blair has tips to help keep your children safe.
Law enforcement want parents to inspect all of their children's candy before allowing them to eat any. They say pay close attention to the packaging, especially things like the spelling.
You can see the word Crispies isn't spelled correctly on this label. Take a closer look and you'll notice it's actually a Crispy Treat look-alike, infused with THC.
There's a lot of things that look like candies but really aren't.
The head of Hawaii's high-intensity drug trafficking area says parents should also inspect baked goods, especially cookies and brownies. It's one of several tips the Federal Drug Task Force has listed on its Halloween safety advisory.
The best precaution is not to accept any form of candy or treats from a stranger, only from known friends and relatives. That's our philosophy because of what's being confiscated on the streets by law enforcement.
Colorful fentanyl-laced pills and powder have been recovered in several recent busts across the state. The drug is also linked to at least 8 deaths in Hawaii over the past month. One of those deaths led to the arrest of Bronson Kipa'a. He was captured in Pearl City last week. According to court documents, agents found over 60 grams of suspected fentanyl pills, along with other drugs and guns. Law enforcement also confiscated these pills from a passenger at Los Angeles Airport. Officials haven't released information on where they were headed.
It was sealed and there was no way of telling that there was fentanyl inside of these candied packages without opening it.
Authorities say it's highly unlikely someone would intentionally hand out fentanyl or THC-laced products to trick-or-treaters. It could happen by accident. That's why Honolulu EMS recommends using gloves to go through your keikis candy.
If the color looks off, if it's not the same shape as you've seen before, that's going to definitely be a concern.
Officials say fentanyl is an issue parents need to be aware of every day, not just Halloween. Allison Blair, Hawaii News Now.
Allison, thank you.
Okay, because we are an island and we don't have access to the amount of drugs that other areas have. So I our chances of the drug world here giving out free drugs is highly unlikely because it's scarce. You know what I mean?
Because they're not trying to give away those drugs.
They're not. They're trying to keep it for themselves. So, but you
just never know what enters.
Yeah, but just check your kids' candy anyway.
Yeah, or just don't eat the candies. If you don't know where it came from. I want to thank Nola for our cupcakes. She made us.
Oh, she did, and they're beautiful. I thought she bought them at a bakery, but apparently
Chica's got a lot of time on her hands
herself. Her and her daughter. I think this one won't show, but this is the cutest. Oh yes, it will.
It's showing.
It's the cutest. It has eyes, and then the cookies coming out like the mouth. I think this is the cutest one.
There's a Cookie Monster one, the purple one.
Yeah, look, no, not the purple one. That one's the Cookie Monster one. This is like a bat or something.
Oh, it's a bat. Never mind.
A bat, yeah. They're really cute and lovely. And then she also made our kids' bags. So thank you so much, Nola.
There was a presentation last week by HSI Special Agent Erwin Farron about the increasing dangers of fentanyl and synthetic opioids, and so we're going to play you a portion of that. Go ahead, Zach. And in 3, 2, maybe 1. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties with that video. We'll probably package it into its own story. But, you know, that's all we wanted to talk to you guys about today. I don't know if you guys are doing a crime report, but there are some really bad crimes that I saw have alleged to have happened, including a man who has been charged with accusations that he repeatedly burned a child, and when the police asked him why he did it, he said that he was amused every time the child would cry. I'm telling you, there's just some sick stuff going on our islands.
Yeah, his name is Benjamin John De Soto Rabon. Yeah. And he was amused by the child's cries.
That's what it says in the magistrate's reports. Are you guys going to do a crime report? No, not today? Halloween?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Well, they'll do the crime report tomorrow then. For Kandit News, I'm Troy Torres.
And I'm Johnny Rosario.
Have a great afternoon. Happy Halloween, everyone. And not for people like me. I'm going to go home, close my doors, turn off the lights, and not welcome anyone to my home because I do not like Halloween. Have a great day.
Bye.
Hafiday and Mabuhay. I am former Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. I had the opportunity of working with Senator Joe San Agustin when I was in the Guam legislature. I know him as an honest, hardworking, and compassionate leader. Please join me and my family in voting for Senator Joe San Agustin this general election. Thank you, Setus Maasi, maraming salamat po, and God bless Guam.
One thing about Attorney Fisher is he likes fairness, so I believe everyone will be treated equally.
He likes helping people. I'm looking for a fighter.
I'm looking for a senator who is willing to stand up for the people.
I'm looking for someone who not only supports the older generation, but also the younger generation.
He's a good man and he does what he says.
The Diaz family supports Tom Fisher.
I'm Tom Fisher, and I approve this message.
I have different goals as I age. I want to be stronger and healthier, but it's got to fit my lifestyle. I can't spend all day in the gym and it can't be crowded. So here at CrossFit Pizza, I have all these different options for fitness and the people are really nice. The atmosphere is inviting. It's like family. GovGuam employees and retirees, sign up today for CrossFit Pizza for free when you choose Take Care as your insurance carrier and for 50% off if you choose Select Care. It's an investment you'll love.
day. My name is Marianne Mana Silva Tyron, and I'm running for a seat in the 37th Guam Legislature. You might remember me from my media days, as I spent over 20 years covering news here on Guam. More recently, I served as a senator in the 31st Guam Legislature and as the Deputy Administrator of the Guam Economic Development Authority. I've always been an advocate for businesses and for building a strong economy for our island, and over the years have worked to create new laws that help to increase business activity and develop new industries on Guam. I've also created legislation that helped to improve access to government services. If elected to serve again, I will continue to focus on improving the economy, because I believe that building a strong economy will allow us to better address critical needs in public safety, healthcare, and education. This general election, I ask that you give me one of your votes. I'm Marianne Mana Silva Tyron, and I'm number 12 on the Republican side of the ballot.
Of a day, I'm Senator Chris Duenas. We've gone from a viral pandemic to a drug epidemic. It is time to stand up the multi-agency unified law enforcement group to stem the flow of drugs and combat crime with force. MAULIC is not just another task force, it is a program focused on stopping the distribution of meth and opioids, as well as placing enough police officers patrolling our streets. It is time to make Guam MAULIC again.
Re-elect Senator Chris Duenas. The fight continues.
I am Chris Duenas, and I approve this message.